So there's a relatively new trail camera company out of Canada. Of course, it made its way into the US. And I guess you could say I was almost challenged to put it up against one of the more popular brand trail camera companies. Hey guys, welcome to Jase Outdoors. I am Jase. Quick disclaimer, I'm not being paid for this review. This company sent me this trail camera to compare it to a popular brand, and this company is Reconeco Outdoors, and this is the Kunuk HD that I will be reviewing in this video. The Kunuk HD cellular trail camera is now available in the US, and it can connect to any AT&T cellular tower in the US as well as Canada with no roaming fees. This camera is built to withstand the harsh elements tested in -degree temperatures. Improved cellular signal, this camera has an external antenna as well as an internal antenna. Just in case a bear rips off the external, it'll still function. It's equipped with a 24 megapixel sensor with the ability to use remote point of view video recording through the Reconeco app. Each image sent is labeled with a file number to ensure that you are not missing any images. One of the highlights of this company is they claim that you will get every single photo that this camera takes, and if you've ever pulled your SD card out of your camera and compared it with the amount of photos that were sent to your phone, you might be surprised on how many pictures you aren't getting. Honestly, I have not done this in a while. I do run a bunch of Tactacams, so we're going to put this camera to the test side by side with the Tactacam 2.0 camera, put them on the same settings, and just see what they'll do in comparison to each other. So before I get these cameras out on a tree, I will do a quick unboxing of the Kunuk HD for you. So there really isn't a whole lot in the box. You got your strap, and you got this nice big 4G antenna for it, and of course the camera itself. The inside of this camera probably looks very familiar. It almost looks like a Tactacam, except that this one has the LCD screen in it. It takes 12 AA batteries. There is a slot for your SD card, and it comes with your AT&T SIM card. On the outside, you have your standard quarter 20 threads on the bottom and one on the back. And then you have your Python lock capabilities to lock this thing to a tree. You can see the rubber seal around this for waterproof. And the one thing that I know they stressed about this camera, the company's out of Canada and they experience extremely cold weather, so put extra effort into this camera working in extreme cold conditions. So we'll throw on the antenna quick. Of course, that's very standard. Take off the yellow cap and just screw this thing on. And as I look down here, noticed this strap has a metal buckle on this thing. So that is a heavy duty buckle. So again, in the cold weather, those plastic buckles will sometimes snap when they're frozen. This is a good, solid, extremely durable buckle. So that's basically it on the Kunuk HD as far as the unboxing goes. I'm going to throw some batteries in here real quick. We'll turn it on, we'll create an account, install the app, do all that quick, and I'll just show you that real fast. Alright, so I just installed 12 AA batteries and I put the SD card in. So we're going to go online here and install the app. It's a little different than just going to your Play Store and downloading the app. You're going to want to go open up Google Chrome. For Android users, there are instructions on this on how to do it for iPhones as well. So you're going to create your account, install the app to your phone, and then once you do that, you're going to open your app on your phone, and we're going to go to activate camera. Click that and it'll give you this list of my cameras. You'll add camera, so you can name your camera here. So I'll just name it real quick. Then the next tab down is scan QR code. So we're going to put it to setup and then hit menu, and then you're going to scroll all the way over to other. Once you're in other, you can go down to QR code, hit OK, and then you can just scan this. And then from here you have to choose your plan. There's only two options. You pay monthly or yearly, and both options are unlimited. So for yearly plan, unlimited, it's $180 a year. If you get the unlimited plan per month, it's $16 per month. And I believe that's Canadian, so I think once we go through this, it might be a little cheaper for us in the US. Okay, yes, so I just went through the whole checkout process, and for US dollars, it is $11.76 for the unlimited plan per month, and that sounds a whole lot better. So this camera is very familiar as far as setting it up goes, so I don't think I'm going to go through all that, especially if you know the Tactacams. It's very similar. So I'm going to just take these two, I'm going to throw some batteries into this Tactacam, and I'm going to set them the same as far as, you know, trigger sensitivity, the duration, stuff like that, and then just compare them to see what pictures I get compared to the other one, and we'll take it outside and throw them up on a tree real quick. I place these cameras side by side here on this stump just to see how they perform right next to each other. I'm gonna let these run throughout the night. I set them up overlooking this food plot where I know I'm getting some deer in, so we should have a bunch of photos in the morning. Had fairly similar results between the Kunuk and the Reveal X 2.0. I had 488 pictures taken from the Kunuk and 484 pictures taken from the Reveal 2.0. So very similar results there. Now I'm just going to run back and forth, test the trigger speed, and again, side by side, and we'll see how they do. So I ran back and forth, and as you can see, the Reconeco was slightly faster than the Tactacam. I then continued to walk around the food plot aimlessly, and it seems as if the Tactacam couldn't recover as quick as the Reconeco, and I ended up with more photos with the Reconeco in that short period of time. The only thing the Reconeco fell short was a day later, a fox ran by and a squirrel that the Tactacam captured, but the Reconeco did not. I then switched the camera to video mode and placed them over a water hole. Very similar results there, but again, slightly quicker trigger speed by the Reconeco. It seems that the Reconeco has outperformed the Tactacam in most areas except for the IR sensitivity. But I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing because the Tactacam ended up with a bunch of false triggers and a lot of pictures of squirrels. Where the Tactacam outperforms the Reconeco by a long shot is the app. Reconeco is a web-based app, so it's much slower to use. But as I'm saying this to you right now, Reconeco is beta testing their new app, so hopefully we'll see that real soon. Your notifications that you get on Reconeco or through your text messages, and I could get them as quick as 30 seconds, but sometimes I would get them 2 days later. One feature the Reconeco app has is the ability to remotely record video up to 10 minutes long. I'll show you real quick on how that works using the app. So when you click on your icon, it will take you to your gallery where all your images are stored. And then from there, over here on your left-hand side, you're gonna hit the little video icon. This little drop-down menu here has the option from 30 seconds 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, and you select that. You will then select your camera if you have multiple, so I only have this one. You're going to highlight that, turns green, and then when you hit send, it takes a second and you get a 30-second countdown before it actually starts recording. And then once you get to the end of those 30 seconds, you can see the timer on there as it counts down. So the second you see your critter coming in, you can hit send and it'll turn those cameras on. They have a really cool example of this on their YouTube channel where they had a bear come in and they had like 9 different angles of it. It's pretty cool. And then just to show you real quick, if you go back to your gallery, you can hit manage. And then from here you can delete your photos. Then you select your camera right here and hit the camera you want to edit if you have multiple ones. You can see the battery life, your signal and all that stuff. And then from here you click the settings button and you can go in and remotely control all your camera settings. So it's very simple to use, just a little slower. I am excited for them to release that new app, so hopefully that will improve the speed on that a little bit better. In the end, the Reconeco did very well against the Tactacam, although it is a little bit more expensive. So I hope this video was helpful to you in some way on the Reconeco camera, and if you have any questions on it, please just leave a question in the comment section below, and I will do the best I can to get back to you, and I really appreciate you guys watching this.